When George Cimbaldo was diagnosed with prostate cancer, he knew he did not want to take a wait-and-see approach.
I've had several occasions where I've had to go to Alexian Brothers or St. Alexius. The most recent one was for prostate cancer. The circumstances leading up to this were my primary care physician knowing that my PSA levels were high. He recommended a colleague, which was Dr. Wynn, who does surgical options for the prostate cancer.
After discussing all the non-surgical and surgical treatment options with his doctors, George decided to have urologist Fong Wen perform a minimally invasive robotic-assisted Da Vinci prostatectomy at St. Alexis Medical Center.
George was a good candidate for the Da Vinci prostatectomy because of his early detection of the prostate cancer, which made him an early stage cancer. And he had a life expectancy of over 10 years, given that his abdomen had never had any prior abdominal surgeries. He was therefore a perfect candidate.
Dr. Wen explained everything wonderfully. The day of the surgery with Dr. Wen, as well as the anesthesiologist, explained everything that was going to happen. The procedure itself was 2, maybe 3 hours. Later on that day, sometime mid-late afternoon, Dr. Wen stopped by and went over a little bit of the surgery, explained that everything seemed to be okay, that the removal of the prostate was fine, didn't seem to be any spreading of the cancer to any of the close-by organs.
The minimally invasive robotic-assisted Da Vinci prostatectomy offers many potential benefits.
Some of the benefits of minimally invasive robotic prostatectomy versus traditional open surgery is that patients experience much less blood loss, less pain after the procedure, a shorter convalescence or a quicker recovery once you leave the hospital. In addition, the continence or control of your leakage afterwards returns much faster without compromising cure rates of the operation. The role of the robot during the surgery is that it mimics or mirrors exactly the surgeon's hand movement at the surgeon's console. So this allows us to operate in an efficient manner without losing any control of the surgery.
As a leader in cancer care, Alexian Brothers offers patients like George access to a full range of treatment options and the latest diagnostic and screening tools, including 3D breast tomosynthesis, in their battle against cancer.
One of the main advantages of 3D tomosynthesis is that it really allows us as radiologists to look further into the breast at a greater depth. And by doing this, we are able to see lesions with greater clarity. All the breast tissue that could be hiding that lesion with conventional mammography is essentially removed, and the lesion itself really stands out. And we're able to then detect nodules or other findings on the mammogram that require further investigation. The significance of adding 3D tomosynthesis to the screening mammogram exam is that it allows for the earlier detection of breast cancer, which is always the goal of breast imaging. It also helps us characterize any findings that we see on a mammogram. So if we see a nodule, we can really look at the margins of this nodule very clearly and decide if it is most likely to be a benign or non-cancerous lesion, or if it requires further investigation to exclude the possibility of a cancer. So its most important benefit is contributing to the earliest detection of breast cancer.
As a surgeon, I take care of patients, and there are 2 goals for me. One is to help them or cure them of their disease, and the second goal is to minimize the operative experience.
Prior to these issues, I was the type of individual who really got sick, never took any pills, any kind of medication. Now I know that everybody ends up with some sort of need for the medication, for the services from the hospitals. And the staff, the nurses, doctors, all of them include, with whatever services they perform, information about how to care for yourself, what to look for, how to maintain a decent, healthy lifestyle.
Alexian Brothers' commitment to advancing healthcare is represented by their investment in this robotic surgical system. It helps patients recover faster, and it brings them in competition with the rest of the healthcare market.
The experience with Alexian Brothers was exceptionally well. The experience with Dr. Nguyen was absolutely fabulous. I couldn't have asked for anything more. He's just, he's a wonderful individual as well as a fine surgeon.